Hey guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. I'm not going to give much of an introduction. I'm just going to get right into things. This isn't going to be some big, lengthy, highly edited video because honestly, I don't feel that it needs to be. So last night, we were all anticipating the biggest and most anticipated matchup of the year between the Cincinnati Bengals and Buffalo Bills on Week 17 Monday Night Football. We couldn't wait for it. Playoff implications, all that. But unfortunately, the worst thing possible happened. Midway through the first quarter, so not even a quarter into the game, Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins caught the ball and attempted a stiff arm on Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin is just a routine tackle, got up, and then literally just like that, collapsed back onto the ground. He was then given, they cut to commercial, a long commercial break, and when we got back from commercial, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were saying on the air that at that point, he was still giving CPR had to be given CPR on the field for a matter of 10 minutes at that point. And when you're giving CPR, football goes out the window, everything goes out the window. This is literally a matter of life or death. The young man couldn't breathe. He was 24 years old. And to think, I'm only 19 and going into college, getting a degree, doing what I want to do. He only graduated from Pitt College not even 2 years ago. And just in the prime of my life, like I am. And it just puts things into perspective. Anything can happen at any point. So anyway, after he was given CPR for 10 minutes, it was clear that further care needed to be taken, further measures needed to be taken. So he was driven to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, and on the way there, he had to be given even more IV bags. His mother was with him too. And by the way, just imagine the mother throughout all this. She came in all the way from the Hamlin family hometown of Pennsylvania, all the way to Cincinnati to watch her son play his dream, play football, like everyone else does. And she had to see that. While Hamlin was down on the field, Bills players, you could see them on knees. Tim Settle, Stephon Diggs, basically any Bills player. Trey White was he was totally gone. He just couldn't handle himself. He was literally sobbing, rightfully so, though. And they built a human wall around him, the Bills players, to protect his privacy from the media and all that. And so they couldn't show the replay again. The ref came out and said this game will be temporarily suspended for 5 minutes, but we all knew, including myself, there was no way they could continue this game. And good for the players and Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott and the Bengals and Bills players for coming together and saying, we're not playing this game. And then an official announcement came down from Roger Goodell and the NFL saying, we're not playing this. So thank God they did that. I don't know how they could think after just sobbing one of their brothers fell on the field. He was taken to the UC Medical Center, and after that, while he was there, there was a report that apparently Damar Hamlin he had a pulse, but he couldn't breathe on his own, so they had to put him to sleep, basically. They had to sedate him, which means they had to put him to sleep in one of those medically induced comas so they could check his vitals so he's not getting nervous and squirming around while he's being prodded and poked, and he, like I said, he couldn't breathe on his own. He had to be intubated while he was asleep on purpose, which means they put a tube down his throat, and run tests, which is never good. You never want to hear that. This situation is absolutely awful. And then the Bills are flying home, and Stephon Diggs had to go in there, who was originally stopped by a police officer in the hospital. He couldn't go further, but after he explained who he was, and he said, that's my teammate. I have to be there for my teammate. The officer let him in, so that was good. Some Bills players flew home. Most did, but some stayed back with Hamlin, and they eventually made it home in the wee hours of the morning. But I've seen helmet to helmet. Not seen it all, I don't want to say, but players go unconscious for 30 seconds, then pop back up and give the thumbs up, on the cart or on the stretcher. There was no thumbs up for this. Damar Hamlin was totally out of it. And then I couldn't really sleep last night, so I was constantly checking my phone and Twitter. Twitter provided great updates from many different reliable reporters, and SportsCenter on ESPN is watching coverage on there. But at about 2 a.m. Eastern in the early hours of the morning, the Buffalo Bills official Twitter account tweeted something to this. I don't remember the exact wording, but it basically read, Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest tonight on the field, and he is currently at UC Medical Center. He is currently sedated, and he is still in critical condition. I mean, that's a little update, but obviously that's not very good news. It's not good news at all, actually. So, the point of this video is it's hard to make. Well, that's not the point. First thing I want to say, it's hard as a football fan to watch that, but as a Bills fan, you live and breathe the Buffalo Bills like I do, and my whole family does. My dad, my brothers, all my family, like I just said. You see them on a daily basis. You root for them for years, lifelong fans and all that. And it's just hard, especially as a Bills fan, for anyone really. But you see one of your players that you love go down. And I saw clips of Damar Hamlin at training camp when he was drafted. He's such a free spirit. He's always in high spirits. He's always laughing and joking around. He's always helping the community. I forgot to add this, but this seems appropriate now. His toy drive he started this Christmas 2020 for kids. I forgot the name of his hometown, but it's a little town in Pennsylvania for kids. And he started it, and the goal this year for Christmas 2022 was $2,500 to raise. It's at $3.7 million already as of a half hour ago of recording this video, almost $4 million. That's truly amazing. The whole nation, the whole world is rooting for Damar Hamlin and his family. The family just put out an official announcement that they'll provide updates as they see fit and as the time arises, but this is just tough. It really puts things into perspective. So to end this video, I just want to give my prayers to Damar Hamlin, his mother, the Hamlin family, everyone involved, and I want to salute all the first responders and officers and everyone in the emergency room and UC Medical Center, and all of them. I assume they're hopefully Damar makes it. Hopefully we get good news in the coming days. Football doesn't matter right now. He couldn't even breathe, so it's just literally, people say, I'll give anything for this game. It's life or death. Well, in this case, it literally was giving his body, literally was life or death. So I just, please, if you feel so inclined, please just prayers up for Damar Hamlin. Hopefully he's okay. He's just, this is tough to watch. I just can't unsee what I saw on that field last night. I don't even care about the game at this point being postponed. I just hope Damar's okay. Anyways, please prayers up for Damar Hamlin. Hope for a speedy recovery. And I just wanted to give my thoughts. Tragic story, but I just wanted to give my condolences. So that's all. Bye.